it's TxStampin Sharon. I have a really easy card for you today. We're gonna be doing a little sponging, a little masking. You're gonna love it. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so below. After you subscribe, hit that little bell. You'll be notified the next time I upload a video. I upload videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If I can ever help you with any of your Stampin' Up! Supply needs, let me know. Here's our card for today. And I don't know if you can tell, but I did some embossing here. I think it turned out really pretty. I think it's pretty simple. So let me know what you think. I love reading your comments. And I always reply to them. So let's get started. We're gonna be using the Stamparatus today. And I will tell you the best thing I have found for using the Stamparatus. I'm using Beauty Abounds, and I wanted to use Our Friendship Isn't One Big Thing, It's a Million Little Things. So when you're trying to line these two up, I struggled. I kept getting one or the other one crooked. So I recommend that you stamp first. I have slid this down just a little bit, but I do have it butted up against the side here. If you don't have a Stamparatus, you should go grab one in my store because it is amazing. I have used it on so many occasions when I just can't get things straight. After I do my stamping, I will show you how I figured out how to line it up. There we go. See this grid paper? You can buy a pad of it. When you grab your Stamparatus, grab a pad of this grid paper, and you can use the lines to make sure your stamps are straight. Let me show you. You can use the simple chamois to clean off, but sometimes I just grab baby wipes, especially if I haven't gotten my chamois wet. It kind of takes a bit to get that more spongy, I guess, instead of being so hard. So I took my paper and I decided where did I want it to be stamping on the cardstock. So then I just came over here, put that down, whoops, sticky. Picked it up. Same thing here. Where do I want it? This is a cling stamp, so it's sticking to my fingers. And then I kind of looked, did I line it up with this one? Nope, I need to scoot it over. But once you have this all lined up, you will be good to go. See how that lines up? Everything's straight. Brilliant. And then to decide where you want to stamp on the paper, I just took the paper, laid it underneath. Yep, I want it about right there. Use my magnet to hold it where I want it. Another beautiful thing about the Stamparatus is if I had not inked that up well or I didn't like how it looked, I could easily add more ink and stamp again. If you want a bolder look, let me just show you. Just ink it up again. A little bit darker. So we'll go ahead and do this one too. I have found a lot of my stamping friends who may have like arthritis or other issues with their hands. They love the Stamparatus because they don't have to worry about picking up blocks and all of that. All right, so we're gonna move this out of the way. And now the fun begins. I'm using Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. You know, when you first get these pads, if you struggle getting those open, try it this way. See how that just pops open? Brilliant. My friend's husband figured that out for us on a stamp that she couldn't get to, a stamp pad she couldn't get to open up. All right, so I just have one of those big office supply Post-it notes. And I'm just gonna line that up right there. Let's get it straight. Works a little bit better with a new one because this part is kind of curled up a little bit, so it's a little hard to see, and that's still crooked. All right, let's get a new one. Silly me. You got to do it the right way. There. Whew. I told you it was going to be an easy card, and I can't even get the Post-it note on. All right, so I'm using this stamp from Beauty Abounds. I do want to put some embossing buddy, and I like to keep this thing on my desk just to clean up my fingers a bit. I'm going to be using Versamark ink. The beauty of having the Post-it note is that I can stamp different directions. And since my Versamark is a little stained, let's see, yeah. I can see where I'm stamping. Bring in our White Emboss Powder. And then we're going to heat set. You want to make sure that you got everything, all the powder melted. I'm still leaving my Post-it note on. I'm going to take my sponges. And I'm kind of starting on the Post-it note just to try to get out any scratchy marks. In other words, when you first ink it up, a little scratchy. And then we're going to grab the Daffodil Delight. And just kind of fill it in however you want. So again, I started, see how that, I'm going to show you. See what I mean by scratchy? I don't know why it does that. I think it's just the amount of ink maybe I had on there. I'm kind of go back this way, meet that yellow. And then I think we'll just carry our red. The last thing I want to do is take a tissue and wipe off that ink from the embossed. The slick embossed area holds onto the ink, but it doesn't absorb it. So you just wipe it off. I think we need a little bit more right there. There we go. Okay. Look how pretty. You could use any colors you have. We're gonna add this to our basic black, and my basic black measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. I tried different layers, and I just like the black better because of the ink that I use for the sentiment. I've cut my card base a little bit different, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I've scored and folded it at 5 1/2. I think this is one of those designs that you could just crank out a bunch and use different sentiments if you wanted, different colors of ink. I love it. Pretty slick and smooth. It's going to mail very easily, and I'm happy. What'd you think? Pretty easy, huh? Very simple, but I think pretty elegant. Happy stamping, y'all.